Okay, that was all from him. All right. I don't like religion asks, how did you meet / fall in love?
Oh boy.
All right, I'm going to answer how we met.
No, I'll answer how we met. You answer how we fell in love. How about that?
No, I want to answer how we met.
Okay, we'll both tell it. Well, I think we both fell in love the minute we saw each other.
We saw each other.
Well, the story begins, I guess. Your side of the story is first.
Okay, well, it almost didn't happen. It's by chance. I know some of you are going to be like, just like hearing it. I was hanging out. I think Sean was in the process of moving still, and I was like helping him move his stuff. And we had like, by this point, his basement was pretty much empty. They had like the people or the realtor had put like that leather couch down there where that one shelf used to be, and said, just to show off the house. And we were sitting around and we were watching stuff. The lights were off, and he was online. And our friend Victor, Philip Finkelbottom, I think that's his character on his channel. He's Sean. He was on Facebook. And technically, Sean had actually he said I was just about to log out. Keep that in mind. He said I was just about to log out. Sean almost missed him. And then he said, I'm going to TGI Fridays to get something to eat. Would you guys like to join me? And me and Sean, for a while, it's like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm kind of tired. And Sean's like, I don't know. He goes, well, we should probably. It's like, thing is, we haven't seen him as often. We should see him, And
while that was going on, I skipped on my duties for grocery shopping with the roommates. We were all supposed to go grocery shopping. And my other friend, she was pregnant. Oh my God, remember how big she was? She was huge. Well, she wanted to go shopping for, I think, a bathing suit because it was April. I wasn't in the mood. I was like, no, I don't want to go. I have to go grocery shopping. My roommates are out my ass. We got to get going. And she's like, come on. And you don't say no to a pregnant girl.
I never have.
So I said, all right. I skipped out on grocery shopping and I went to the mall. And then she got hungry and she's like, let's go eat. And we were at the Towson Mall. So I was like, I'm not really hungry. How about, and she's like, come on, I'm hungry. So I'm like, you want to eat something at the food court? No, I want to go to TGI Fridays. And I'm like, come on, I don't want to go there. She's like, why not? Have you ever been? And I was like, no, I don't want to go. And then we finally decided, all right, we'll go. Before we even got there, this guy stopped us and he was like flirting with us, and I'm like, do you not see this bitch is pregnant? And I'm not interested. I'm full with her. So we then finally got to go to TGI Fridays. And
well, see, her pregnant friend just so happens to be someone who I knew from the first college I went to. See, I went to 2 different colleges. The first one I went to, she was friends with this other person who I thought I was friends with. And what happened was, I think I'd met her there, and then I hadn't seen her since. And then she walks in, the two of them walk in, and I see her, and she never looks up. When she looked, I was just gonna wave hi and go, "Oh, hey,"
She said, "Oh my God, there's Matt. I don't wanna look up. And I'm like, say hi to him. And then I turn my face, and I see these big, beautiful green eyes stare right at me, and I'm just like, oh my God, he is gorgeous. And then she's like, don't look up. And then she said, I gotta go to the bathroom. So she went to the bathroom, and I just stared at him, and he did the cutest thing. Come on, do it.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, he did. You double winked. He was like, he double winked, and that's when he caught me. So she came back, and we were done eating, and I said, I've got to say something. She's like, if you go up there, I am walking, and I am leaving you here, because I am your ride. And I'm like, come on.
I didn't know what was her problem.
No, she doesn't really like stopping chats.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those either.
And I'm not. I understand. So I took my schedule, my work schedule, and I ripped a piece of paper, and I wrote, text me, here's my number and my name. And I paid the waiter $5 to give it to him. And I turned around and make sure he got it, and then we bolted out of there. Yeah,
because when I got it, I was sitting there talking to Sean and Victor, and then the waiter says, yeah, that girl over there asked me to give you this. Now, see, numerous times, whether or not it actually was happening, and see, there were times where I think if there was a girl or if there was anyone nearby, I would just wave hi or just be friendly. And even if I didn't even know if the person was there, someone would go, they'd either tell me or they'd give me a note, and, you know, usually they're just like prissy little bitches and they're like, you know, screw off, you're a creep, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like, half the time it's like, who are you talking about? I'm like, I don't even know, you know, I don't know. So I was fully expecting to say something negative, and then I was fully expecting to raise my middle finger. But then when I saw, you know, I'm like, when does this happen? I just saw, like, holy cow, you know. So then it's like, that was actually right before we had to go to the Chiller convention, I remember. So when I saw it, it's like, wow. So I looked over and I'm like, okay. So that was cool. So I thought once I get back, you know, then I have someone to go out with, you know.
Yeah, but I remember once I got out of there, I was like, he's never gonna call. No, he's not gonna call. And then she's like, he's gonna call. And I'm like, no, he's not. And we were having, like, you know, like one of those, like, girly moments, or like the girl's like, oh no, like he's not, like, totally.
Why did
like,
she assume? Why did she assume he's gonna call?
Because she knew you were a nice person. And
that's good.
And well, you called, I think, like 2 hours later, and I didn't answer the phone, so because I was too scared. Because I didn't know if you were a crazy person. I mean, I didn't know, you know, I didn't know what was in store.
It only took sitting with me for like 5 to 10 minutes to know that I wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, a week later when you came back, we went out on a date, and my friend came with me because I was new in the city and I was scared.
Here's the thing, though. Like, what if I was a crazy person? What good would having her with you have done?
One of us would have gotten away, and one of us would have told other people that the other got killed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what? I was gonna say, what good would you?
It was comforting. Okay?
I'm just saying, yeah, it's just.
It was comforting.
You should have had, like, I don't know. You should have hired, like, a college football player to come with you, just to try to at least be remotely safer.
But then 2 days later we went out again, and we just kept seeing each other every night.
And those 2 different dates, we went back to the same TGI Fridays.
Yeah, and then we're here now, engaged and ready to get married.
So we hope that's probably more than you wanted for an answer, but you know, we've never actually told that story before on tape, I don't think. So
yeah, I know it's sappy, isn't it? Blech.
All right, now, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't put space in here. Mr. Bajika 95 asked, MJ, are you a fan of the Coen brothers?
I've heard of that before. Who are they?
I have too. I'm actually, I don't want to sound silly, like, I know I've heard them before, like, now, this could be totally unrelated. I know Sasha Cohen, he's the guy who does Ali G and Borat and Bruno, like, he's brilliant. I love everything he does. He was in that episode of Larry David, and he's pretty cool. I think there's a new movie coming out with him in it that I want to see. Saw the trailer.
It's a children's movie, though.
It is?
Yeah, I think this one's about a little boy and some magic key or something.
There's like a train, or he's always good.
I can't remember the name.
I don't know if this is the same guy, though, if this is a different group of people. Like, chances are I have seen stuff from them and liked it or not, and I wouldn't know it, like, by name, but honestly, I can't say. I'm not entirely certain. I'm sorry.
We'll look that up after.
We should look that up, yeah. I should mention that in a later video. All right. Edikin77 asked, are there any movies you're going to be in soon? Well, no movies, per se, for the next little while, but where there is, I'm not going to name any names, but there are going to be, actually, for the last while, there have been quite a few. Part of the reason I haven't done that many videos is
we've been busy.
We've been going to a lot of auditions, like big stuff, like more stuff for Sci-Fi Channel, stuff for like the Fox Channel, stuff for there was one thing for HBO that they said that we tried, but we don't know if that worked or not. So, but there was, like I said, I'm not going to get into it, but there was like a lot of stuff we were doing. So, no movies, but you might see us on TV at some point in the next little while. We don't know. Okay, Max Zoran 2099 asked, what do you folks want to name your children? Yeah, this is the one I.
All right.
I'm gonna say our son's name.
If we have a girl, I've always liked the name Gabriela, so we're gonna call her Gabriela, and we'll give her Marie, which is my family's. It's a family name.
And I might just call her. I mean, I was okay with it. I liked it more than some of the other names she had mentioned. But then again, as for boy names, this is the only name she liked, as was all the other boy names. The thing was, they were just like plain white boy names, and she wants a name, you know, that actually stands out more. And I can understand that. But as for our son, you said her middle name, right?
Yeah. So the girl's name is Gabriela Marie Kelly.
Okay. As for our son, he is going to be another MJ Kelly. He's going to be Marshall Jaden Kelly, and I think even since I was like when I was at least in middle school or something, I've always liked the name, or I knew someone with the name, or I've had a liking, and then later on we heard the name again and we liked it. So I thought, you know,
yeah,
it works.
And I've always loved the name Jaden, and
Jaden. It's a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a really cool like ring to it. We've always liked that name. So
we're only planning on having 2.
yeah, two.
No
It's
more
fun,
than 2.
and I'm glad I've agreed. She's like I think the first person I've been with who I've agreed on. Because a lot of people are, I don't get what it is. They're like, either like, I don't want any kids, or they're like, I want a load of kids. I want 5 or 6 kids.
Well, I want children. You know that. It's
Yeah.
just, I was raised with 8 kids, and those kids started having kids, and there was too many kids in the house.
Yeah, I don't.
So,
I don't want to be cheaper.
none of that,
I don't
no,
want to
no,
become cheaper by the dozen 3. I mean, I don't want
No.
2 kids. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, now. Okay. All right, it's being a butt. All right, here we go. Tony1 Kenobi asked, "Is that your wife?" If you mean her, then well, she will be my wife. All right. Yeah, that was probably the quickest answer ever. All right, now. Chic Master 3000. Do you ever listen to Opie and Anthony on Sirius/XM? Honestly, I don't listen to XM. There's very little stuff, like Sean had that on in his car. There's very little stuff that's on there that I really like. Like, there's some techno that is pretty cool. Mainly, he had like the 80s and the 90s channel. There's some 90s, mostly like 80s music that they play that I really like. I think at points he tuned into the one like the Turner Classic Movie Music Station, which I like, and also like the one that plays scores from films. I really like listening to those, but mostly I listen to like CDs and stuff. I like pre-chosen music. Same with like TV. Like I don't really there's a small handful of stuff that's on TV right now that I actually watch and like. And most of the stuff I watch is DVDs of older shows because let's face it, there's not that much that's on right now that's really that good.
The only show we watch on TV is The Big Bang Theory and
The Big Bang Theory, Curb Your Enthusiasm. A new one's coming out now.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. That's one of my favorites. I haven't seen 2.5 Men lately. I used to like that when it came out, but like I think it's gone downhill as it went on. Rules of Engagement was cool when it came out, but like, I think that might have gone downhill too. I don't recall. It went up and down, but mainly Big Bang Theory, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and there's also Smallville. But the thing is, I think I haven't been able to keep up with that, so I don't know if that's still on. But all right, he asked a few more questions. What do you think of them? Also, do you plan to move to California with Sean? Honestly, well, if you mean with Sean, I don't know if you mean to like live with him. No, but if you mean just like in California, just near him. The thing is, I did